This weekend I finished my first 100-mile race, and I'm telling you that it was not the 100 miles of running that was the hardest part about this thing. So the race starts out at noon on Friday. The temperature was going to be 90 degrees that day. So while we're waiting at the start line, I'm already sweating. I'm like, it feels hot. That was tough, and I think it took a lot of people out because I believe over half of the field did not finish from what I saw, which is crazy. And I finished 19th out of that at a time of 29 hours, 53 minutes and some change, which is cool, under 30 hours, but I didn't really have like a goal other than maybe like under 30 would be cool. I knew going into this race that it was going to be hard during the day to consume calories and stay on top of my hydration and all that stuff. So that was the biggest priority on Friday, was taking it easy and taking it slow, because I couldn't really eat much solid food, especially as the afternoon went on. It was just not happening. Once we got to the night, headlamps came on. Within about 5-10 miles, my appetite came back and I was feeling good because I started to cool down a lot. The first, I would say like 40-50 miles, no problem at all. Eventually, like the pain starts to kind of like plateau. So, you know, it's like, you're fine, you're feeling good, then it kind of hurts. And you're like, okay, you know, this hurts a little bit. But then it's like, every time you start to put in a little trot, a jog, it doesn't get worse. So from mile 40 to mile like 70, that was the situation. I think I trained very, very well for the race. Muscles, to be honest, weren't that sore after the race. It was more my ankle, which once we got to about mile 70, we had a huge descent, very technical, rocky trail. There's something going on there that when I'm on my feet for a very long period of time, when I snowboard, when I'm at even a music festival, like I've had this thing flare up, and it flared up again, and it just was excruciating pain until I finished the race. And then for the next 2 days after the race, just throbbing, like it was bad. You can use adrenaline to get over it, which is what I did at the end to run. But the last 20 miles or so, minimal running, just a complete death march to the finish. It was more so the pain, that excruciating pain of having to take those steps on that right ankle, that was the toughest part. It wasn't the running, because if I could run, I could finish it faster. I'd be done faster. But it became a challenge to keep this thing engaged. You get to a point where you're like, you don't care. You're not thinking about times or finishing. You just want to you're hurting and everything sucks, and you're hungry and you haven't eaten enough. And so you're just kind of lollygagging through the woods, when it's like, when you're feeling good and your mind is on it, you're dialed in, you're able to move much faster. Once you lose this, you slow down a lot. So I think I realistically could have done a much faster time if I didn't have an ankle issue, which I'm working on now. We'll see if we can improve that for next year. Would I do it again? I didn't have a period in this race where I felt like I'm never doing this again, which I feel like I've said that at almost every other race I've done. This time, didn't think that. So we might be back for more.